guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Giulio. I want to thank you so much for stopping by this video, and thank you if you watched the last video and you subscribed to the transformation videos. I did not expect that much of subscriptions, like 20 people subscribed. I want to thank you so much. I'm sorry if I haven't been providing any content. If you check out the link in the description box, you'll see that I have an Italian channel, and I've really concentrated on university, finishing my master's degree and growing my Italian channel. So that's where I put most of my efforts. I just tried out the transformation video here in English to see if there would be at least some interest, and you have shown it. So I'm super grateful for that, and I can't wait to provide you with some consistent content starting from today. So this is the first video where I'll show you my diet in a flexible dieting manner, so if it fits your macros. I was in a cutting phase for about 8 weeks and I lost 8 or 9 kilos. Basically, I did this after my winter bulk to try and cut down for summer. Do you have to do that? Actually, if you're a natural, it's probably better to take at least 1 or 2 years where you simply bulk and you throw in some mini cuts. However, since I'm on social media, I need to show the part, if you know what I mean, also on the beach. Unfortunately, this is the truth of my job. I lost 8 kilos and now I am currently in my diet break. So I probably came down to about 11, 12, 13% body fat. I can't really be sure, but it's about that range. You can see my abs, but it's not like crazy shredded definition. I was noticing my performance drop in the gym. I was noticing that my calories had gone really low. My metabolism had slowed down. So I'm gonna do 2 weeks where I eat a bit more food. So that's what I'm gonna show you today. Please like the video if you like the video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's get it started. I just want to show you current setup. I am currently working, sipping on some water and drinking a Monster White 0 calories because I practice intermittent fasting. So basically, first meal of the day, I just postpone it of a couple hours, doing some editing here. This is a journal where I write down everything I need to get done in the day. This is simply my room here in Barcelona. I've got a TV hanging on the wall, a drum kit because I used to play the drums. I got a fan because it's freaking warm here in Barcelona. And yeah, this is just the current setup. Okay, so it's 1:40 now. I haven't eaten anything, as I've said. I'm doing intermittent fasting. Not everyone has to do intermittent fasting. It might not be the most optimal thing if you want to grow muscle. I would just recommend it if you're struggling to be in a caloric deficit. For example, myself, I have a crazy appetite, and even when I'm on maintenance, I'll still be hungry. So I do intermittent fasting so that my next meals, they can be more substantial in terms of calories, and they can fill me up better, you know, compared to having a lot of small meals. And to just skip breakfast, have a Monster, have a coffee, drink some water, and then have my first meal or snack later on in the day. So this is what we got today. Natural chocolate flavor, impact whey protein. This is some protein powder. I'll have just a scoop, which is 20 grams of protein. You don't really need whey protein. It's just very helpful if you're traveling or simply if you don't want to cook all the time. You don't want to cook meats and stuff. So this is very practical. It's not essential at all to build a good physique. And I also have a Greek style natural yogurt. I'll put the calories and macronutrients on the screen right now. It would be amazing if I had some fruit at home, but unfortunately I don't have any fruit, so this will be it. And so this will be my pre-workout meal. The important thing is that you consume about 20 to 30 grams of protein. If you have carbs or you don't, that's up to you, okay? The important thing is that for protein synthesis, if you haven't had, for example, a big protein meal the night before or for breakfast, then before your workout, for example, like me, you want to consume 20 grams of protein. So that's why I'm having my protein powder. I'm throwing in some yogurt also for some more protein, but also some carbs. And as I said, if I had some fruit, that would be amazing. If I had some apricots or kiwi or banana, something like that, for a bit more carbs. Unfortunately, I don't have them at home right now. I'll buy them together later. So this is my pre-workout meal and snack number 1 of the day. Like, honestly, guys, if you've never tried, instead of drinking a shake, just making this amazing little cream from it, it's so much better. And also, if you have any digestive issues, which sometimes occur when you have a shake, just doing this instead basically just makes it more solid and more enjoyable. And I had some issues before with digesting whey protein, but now doing it this way, it's amazing. Literally, supplements are not the be-all, end-all. They make it out to be as if they're fucking amazing and you get really big thanks to supplements. They don't do anything. They supplement a good diet. Let's say that you have to have your diet and nutrition and training nailed down, and this maybe will give you that 5% more aesthetic look, because with a pre-workout, your performance probably improves thanks to creatine and some caffeine. Instead, the size is just a pump product. This has nitric oxide in it, and you get a bigger pump. The products are fairly cool. They mix really well. But yeah, enough publicity. Let's go to the gym. Okay guys, so I'm literally sat right here on my moped. This is a cool thing about Mediterranean countries like Spain, Italy, Greece. We go basically everywhere with some very small mopeds. You don't really have this in the UK or the US. In the US it's all like really big cars, but we don't have that many parking spaces here in Europe, especially here in Barcelona. It's very crammed, the traffic is quite a bit, so you need to get a moped if you come to the city here in Barcelona. And the cool thing is that this is some sharing sort of application. It's called eCultra. They're basically scattered around the city. You just pick it up, you can drive it where you want, you leave it, you maybe pay 2 or 3 euros. It's just a tiny bit more expensive than public transport, but honestly it's way cooler and way faster, and it's just amazing. So that's one thing. We're gonna go to the gym right now on this moped. I can't wait to smash the workout. So literally just parked my moped right there. I'm gonna walk now to the gym. It took me literally just 5 minutes zooming through the traffic. I really pride myself on my driving skills because I learned in Rome, and if you've ever been in Rome, it's just fucked up. It's like another planet. Anyway, the cool thing is that the gym is basically in the city center, and if you get a moped, you can just basically go with 5 minutes. It's not gonna take you that much longer. Instead, if you take the bus, then you get stuck in traffic and it's way longer. So the fitness club I go to is called, you can see maybe down there, it's a bit dark, I don't know if you can see it. This club is called Do It Fit Via Augusta, and it's a really cool club. I'll show you right now. And the cool thing is that they allow me to film, allow me to come in for free. So that's the best of two worlds, really. The cool thing about this gym on a Saturday is that it's completely empty. So if you're looking for a gym on a Saturday which is empty to have a good workout, come to this gym. Okay, so here we go, officially with the first ever voiceover on this channel. Guys, make sure to leave a like if you're liking the style up to now. One thing that I really want to do with the channel is provide very valuable and informative content for you guys, so with some key practical takeaways that you can actually go and apply to your own training, which means that I will try and include some of these voiceovers where I might talk about a scientific topic that you can actually apply in practice. For a natural lifter, we should always start our exercises or our sessions with compound movements, so movements that actually recruit more than just one single muscle group. So for example, today was back day. I would have started with a barbell row, so horizontal pull, or a vertical pull, such as a weighted chin-up. However, you see me here doing some seated cable rows. Why is this? Right now, I am doing 3 things, let's say. First of all, I have a small injury on the shoulder, so I'm being very careful with the movements I choose. I've also had to reduce the load to make sure I don't want to aggravate the injury. And by reducing the load, instead of just taking time off, I can actually provide some stimulus for growth for hypertrophy, since it has been shown that like with loads of above 30% of 1 RM or greater, we can actually still stimulate muscle hypertrophy to a large extent. And secondly, since it's my diet break, I'm also having a deload week, so I'm basically just taking a break from lifting heavy. And if you think about muscle hypertrophy for us lifters, basically means gaining muscle. There are 3 main mechanisms, as Dr. Brad Schoenfeld outlined in his mechanism for muscle hypertrophy literature review. And we've got obviously mechanical tension, which is the main driver of growth, which is basically creating a sufficiently high and prolonged tension on the muscle fibers to induce a primary stimulus of muscle hypertrophy, which is basically progressing in the gym, progressing with weights, progressing with reps, and over time getting basically stronger, being able to do more workload. This is mechanical tension. However, when I'm at this point in time, what you're seeing here is the second mechanism of muscle hypertrophy, which is metabolic stress. And metabolic stress basically means the accumulation of metabolic agents in the muscle, such as lactate, phosphate, H+, and hypoxia during the training. It's basically what we feel when the muscle is burning, right, with the pump. And metabolic stress seems to contribute to muscle growth because, among other things, it also increases the number of recruited fibers and increases the release of hormones. But the key word is could. For example, Dr. Marcus Rattel is a very big proponent of metabolic stress. However, for example, Menno Henselmans actually says we should not actively look for it during our training. But basically, since it's one of the mechanisms yet for muscle hypertrophy, when you increase higher reps, you can also still achieve a similar amount of muscle hypertrophy. Probably mechanical tension will be slightly reduced, especially in a deload week. However, you are actually tapping into this metabolic stress because you're getting a pump and you're basically accumulating metabolites. So this is the main thing I wanted to get across, the main key point, which is you can train with higher reps even for a natural lifter. I would usually do it only in some occasions if you want to put more emphasis on metabolic stress. For example, after 3 weeks of a normal program, then the 4th week you can add in metabolite work where you're actually increasing your repetitions. Or, for example, if you're injured or if you have an injury, instead of just taking time off, it's kind of a similar principle to Katsu training, you know, where they basically blood flow occlusion, which could actually heal the injured area without actually affecting it too much because you're using very light loads. So please leave it a like. If you have any questions at all, leave it in the comments. If you want me to expand on any topics, let me know, and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay guys, so I just finished my workout. Hopefully you can hear me over the voice. I just wanted to show you what a natural physique, a real natural physique looks like after 4 or 5 years of training, of which 2 years completely thrown away following pro splits and pro science pretty much, and then 1 year, and then 3 years actually following scientific research, which is where I've seen the most changes. So I trained back today on biceps, so there's no pump in the front, no pump in the chest, nothing. So this is kind of what you can expect. The fitness industry has completely blown everything out of proportion. You see physiques which are natural because it's so easy to be taking stuff. Think about it, like it's millions, if not billions, this industry, you know. They make money out of selling new programs and stuff like that which don't actually work. They don't even know what they're teaching. So I just wanted to give my own perspective on things and show you what is really attainable naturally. Like, you know, I don't have that much of a, how do you say, aesthetic physique maybe as other guys on YouTube, but this, you know, you can reach it if you devote yourself and dedicate yourself for a few years. So now I'm dead, hungry. The workout went really well, but I need to go home and eat, so I'll see you at home. Okay guys, so I'm walking home. It's so freaking warm here in Barcelona. It's crazy. It must be like 35 degrees C, not Fahrenheit, degrees C, which is really warm. But I still try and get in as many steps as possible, and this is one of the smartest and easiest way to do cardio. You see a lot of people going to the gym and maybe killing themselves doing high intensity training. Sorry guys, camera died right there. The only thing I was saying is that why not, instead of just spending hours on the cardio machines doing high intensity interval training or doing steady state cardio inside the gym, you can very easily just move more by walking to places instead of taking public transport. So for example, when I go to the gym, I get the moped because I want to get pumped, I want to feel the adrenaline, I want to have energy. But when I'm walking back, instead of taking the moped and it takes 5 minutes, I actually walk up on an incline for 30 minutes. I try to get my steps up, and that's a great way to burn calories, to burn fat, and create a calorie deficit if you need to do so, right? So instead of just taking the car everywhere, try walking. It's so easy, and you can listen to podcasts or you can answer client emails or client messages. That's what I do when I walk usually. Just put in my AirPods and I just answer client emails. Anyway, we've got back home. Let's make some lunch, late lunch, something like that, Spanish lunch. Okay, so here's what we got from the supermarket. This is some turkey breast, but it's really good quality. I love the turkey breast here in Spain. It's just amazing, tastes amazing. Everything is very, very local produced, so these are great. I also got some beef steaks here and just some 90% lean beef mince. I also got some peaches, as I was saying. These are amazing, taste amazing here in Spain. And also, as you can see here, some very weirdly mixed cherry tomatoes. Obviously, some cereal. I'll probably have a bowl or two later on today. Then for lunch, what are we gonna do? The beef mince, and I'm gonna do 250 of these tagliatelle pasta all'uovo. Obviously, I'm Italian, so I need to include some pasta into that. Cook them in some wonderful tomato sauce, which has basically really not that many calories at all. And when you add it in, it just tastes amazing. It's kind of like pre-made tomatoes and some onions, but no oil, nothing like that. The calories are amazing. So lunch is gonna be this. And while I cook, I'm gonna have a peach. Why not? I don't know if you can see it, but look at how juicy this peach is. This is amazing Spanish peach. Here we are with our first meal of the day. Look at this amazing bowl of pasta. This has got 200 grams of those tagliatelle, 200 grams of the lean minced beef with some cherry tomatoes on top and some 200 ml of tomato sauce. If you want to know how to make proper pasta like an Italian, I don't know if you can really tell, but it looks amazing, guys. Let me know in the comments. Whoever says that pasta cannot be healthy, look at this plate. It's got protein, carbs, perfect for post-workout. I'll leave the macronutrients on the screen right now, and this is also why I love intermittent fasting, guys. And here we are with the next meal. Here is a mix of white and brown rice. I tend to cook the rice just once per week at the beginning of the week and just store it for the next week. So instead of cooking 50 grams each time, I just cook 500, and then when I need it, I eat it. So this is some white and brown rice. Here we have the turkey breast, which I just went to buy, which is absolutely delicious. And we've got the cherry tomatoes. Calories and macros on the screen right now. So here we are with the next meal, guys. I've got half a cucumber right there, some tuna right here. And then I went up and picked up this hummus for a bit more fat, some good fats. And it comes with these like little, I don't know, salty cracker sort of thing. I'm gonna dip them in here. And these are some carbs, some fats. And if you notice, I try and get always some protein with all my meals. And then I'll probably have a glass or two of this Diet Coke. And anyone who says, oh, Diet Coke, you're gonna die of cancer and stuff like that, well, it's better than regular Coke, and we're only human, you know? We don't smoke, we don't drink that much, and you can have a glass of Coke if you want. So this is gonna be the next meal. Okay, so last meal of the day, as I mentioned before, I'm gonna have just some of these multigrain flakes classic cereals. I'll have 50 grams for a bit of carbs, and I'm gonna pour this semi-skimmed milk over it. These should be about 100-150 ml. And this is gonna be basically my bowl of cereal before going to bed. And the total calories and macronutrients of the day, I'll put them up on the screen. I've tracked everything fairly accurately today just to film this full day of eating. However, I usually just track really carefully when I'm cutting down on a dieting phase. When I'm in maintenance or surplus to build muscle, then actually I just try and count calories and protein, and fats and carbs I keep them varied so that I can be flexible in my lifestyle. So this is going to be the final meal. I hit approximately 2,500 calories, which is my maintenance, maybe plus 5 or 10%. Remember that I was finishing my diet on 1,800 calories, so I basically bumped them up quite a bit, but that's basically what you want to do on a diet break. And if you gain 1 or 2 kilos, it's probably just water weight, glycogen to go and fill up your muscles, and you're probably not going to gain that much fat in just 2 weeks. But remember that these are my numbers specifically, so numbers for you might change in terms of body composition, in terms of your weight, how many times you train per week, in terms of your statistics. So I am an online coach, so if you are looking for somebody who knows what he's doing, I already coach quite a few clients, and either to build muscle or lose fat, just drop me an email at the address that I'll leave linked below or in the first comment, and I'm a certified personal trainer. So if you do want to work with me, shoot me an email and we'll get you set up with your one-off training plan or a nutrition plan, completely science-based, or a coaching package, whatever you want. Email is in the description box below. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you stayed until the end, I want to thank you. I don't know, it's probably just me and you right now, so thank you so much. Leave it a like, it really helps me out. Maybe share this channel with some friends, tell them about me. I really thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.